All right, good morning, St. Louis. It is good to see you all. I am happy to be here in this space with you all, and I'm really excited about our youth panel. We oftentimes talk about youth when we're in spaces like this, and today we really get to represent them on this stage. I am Danielle with Community Health Commission of Missouri, and I traveled here from Kansas City, so I'm their implementation manager, and I love St. Louis, so this is a second home to me, and again, excited to be here. A little bit of why I decided to do this panel. My background is youth development, and so I've had the opportunity to work with kids from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. And I found my deep love and passion for middle school and high school kids. We often, again, look at our youth and say, man, I don't know about our future. But for me, I get really excited about our future working with our youth because they are doing awesome things. And so, before we start, I would like to see how many of you are actually run a youth program or have a youth initiative you're doing currently. All right, so quite a few people in here. So yes, so this panel will be an opportunity again to hear their voices, for them to speak their truth, and really to just see what they're doing and why they do things. But before we get into our youth panel, I would like to talk more about my organization, who I work for, Community Health Commission of Missouri. Uh-oh. There we go. So at Community Health Commission of Missouri, our mission is to achieve zero health disparities across states by fostering equity-centered, trauma-informed care. We bridge communities and systems to co-create initiatives, solutions, and to promote health equity in all policies and outcomes. So for my folks in St. Louis, you probably know us already. A year ago, we decided, well, 2 years ago, there was two organizations that you're probably familiar with, St. Louis Regional Health Commission and Alive and Well Communities. In 2023, I'd like to say we decided we were going to get married, and in 2024, we finally changed our last name, which is our rebranding of Community Health Commission of Missouri. We serve 3 regions. Again, Kansas City, I'm the implementation manager. Our headquarters is here in St. Louis, and we're also doing work in Southeast Missouri. But also, recently, we gained partnerships in health institutes in Southwest Missouri. And so we're just really excited to be all over the state doing awesome things. And here, we're going to just talk about our community initiatives. So again, we're here for our Youth Ambassador Program, but we do other things besides working with youth. With the support of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, CHCM is standing up with Community IRB, a model that places power, oversight, and ownership in hands of community. And what that looks like is strengthening our community scholars, partnerships, promote ethical, cultural responsive research, build trust between institutions and communities, and on top of that, we are big about our equity-centered, trauma-informed care trainings that we discuss with community empowerment workshops and healing circles. So some of our youth actually had the chance to go through our community empowerment workshops. On top of that, we are also partnered with the Missouri Collaborative for Firearm Research, and we are big about our senior community. So we have a senior community fund that we recently did some big work with, and we funded almost $700,000 to organizations. But again, I'm really here to highlight our Youth Ambassador Program and recently our youth initiative with Eastside Align. Here you can see 2 pictures. 2 years ago, we had the opportunity to work with youth in St. Louis and in Kansas City. And what that looked like was building connection. And so for both groups, we will meet virtually once a month, And in that same month, we will meet in our regional with our crew, and we will build connections around trauma-informed care and what that looks like in our communities and schools. Today, we are excited to highlight and showcase our youth ambassadors. At CHCM, we believe that young people are not just leaders of tomorrow, but they are advocates of today. Through hands-on education and leadership development, our youth initiative equips students with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to make a difference in their communities and beyond. Again, with our Youth Ambassador program, we worked with youth 8th through 12th grade, and these were students, again, across the state. For 5 months, this was a journey focused on advocacy, equity, and trauma-informed leadership. Participants explored policy, community impact, and healing-centered engagement while building lasting connections with peers, mentors, and local leaders. The program not only shaped future advocates, but also encouraged participants to take leadership roles in their schools, churches, and communities. After the program, we learned parents saw a difference, reporting that their children were more engaged and positive about making a difference. I would like to now welcome our youth panelists. All right. So funny story. Yesterday, I'm from Kansas City, and so I've never been in this space. And so yesterday, when I was sitting in the opening, I was like, oh, I wonder what room we're going to be in with our youth panelists. And I prepped them. I was like, we're going to be in a classroom in front of people until I realized we were going to be on this stage. And so I took a picture, and throughout the whole day yesterday, I was like, should I send this to them? And I was like, no, I don't want to send it to them. I don't want to scare them. And so I'm just really excited that they're here on this stage representing Community Health Commission of Missouri, but not only that, just representing all youth. And so, again, you guys look good. We're just going to start off with introductions, if you don't mind. So we'll start with you.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep, it's good.
Okay.
Yep.
My name is Destiny Small. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm 16, going on to Blue Springs High School. And yeah, that's me.
My name is Gabriel Moore. I'm 17. I'm going into my senior year at Rittner High School, and I'm from St. Louis.
Hi, I'm Chad. I'm 16 and going on to my junior year of high school, and I go to Jennings Senior High School.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Orlando Odell. I'm an upcoming sophomore, and I'm attending East St. Louis Senior High School.
Hello, my name is Daveonna Eiland. I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. I'm going on to my 12th grade year, and I will be attending East St. Louis Senior High School.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm just so excited. You guys look really good. And so we have juniors and seniors up here, and so soon they will be entering the world. And I'm just really excited to just see what they have to say, because again, we often, quite as adults, we downplay our youth, and that kind of frustrates me a little bit, because I always listen to youth and I'm like, man, they're gonna be some strong leaders in the future. And so I'm just excited. So just want to do a mental check-in. How are y'all doing today? How you feeling?
I'm pretty nervous.
I'm tired. It's kind of cold in here.
You say that again?
It's kind of cold in here.
Okay.
I'm a little tired.
Okay.
Sleepy.
Sleep.
I'm cold, too.
Nervous.
Nervous, yes. And believe it or not, I'm nervous too, but yeah, making me feel really comfortable. And so again, we have youth here who participated in our Youth Ambassador program 2 years ago. And what was funny to me when we reached out to this youth, I was like, we probably won't get any youth to come back. They don't remember their experience. They were like, no, we're going to come back and talk about our experience. But we also have some youth here too. This summer we did some work with Eastside Eiland, and so they also wanted to come and share their stories. So I was like, the more the merrier. But we're going to start off with just centering our voice and story. I believe that's powerful when we share our personal story, especially as we go out into the world. And so as you guys think about the Youth Ambassador Program or the Eastside Eiland program this summer, what was something you remember from that experience that stood with you?
I remember all of us, we were just like nervous to meet each other, but more like I understand you in a way, because some of them like came from a lot of different high schools, so it's a lot of different experience. I'm going to a different high school, so it's going to be another experience. But talking about like how they like grew up as like in a white, like more majority white school, and how like it changed their, like they tried to fit in, and also like how like being in a like black school, how like it's probably kind of like unsafe. But it really opened my eye to like all different types of like things. Like everybody goes through different things, but we all come together as one.
I love that, love that.
One thing that stood with me from the program is the different types of trauma that people can have, like world trauma, community trauma, and personal trauma. And it was interesting to me to learn about the different type of things that people can go through without us knowing, and how certain things can affect everybody, or just one person, or just a certain community.
Yeah.
I also learned about different traumas and how people can just say stuff like this, let the trauma just get a hold of them, like it just sits in their body without like letting anybody, like not telling anybody.
Yeah.
Something that stuck with me is just learning the difference between stress and trauma, and then like knowing that trauma at a young age could affect your mental health at an old age.
Something that stuck out with me was our bonding moments we had, like with our games, or we were doing, Miss Kayla had us doing different dances as a group, or activities where like we meet up in different groups, different people each time, each day. I thought it was, I came in thinking that it was going to be like professional. Well, not, it was still professional, but like just all business, but like we actually had time to like bond with each other.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And you guys mentioned, Destiny was saying, yeah, we didn't know each other, meeting new kids. Did you all were you all scared at the beginning, like, I don't know who these kids are, and you wasn't, you. And so as you went through that program, what changed the way you talk about issues such as mental health, race, and identity? So you guys talked a lot about trauma and how that can affect your behavior. So what was something in that program that helped you to realize, man, we all go through some similar things, but just around mental health, race, and identity?
One thing that made me really realize is when we were like in a circle and we were all sharing the things that we've been through. And it was like, I really didn't know anything that the people have been through and what they've had to go through in their past and what's really upsetting them, until they opened up and shared to all of us, and how they were really comfortable enough to share how they really feel with us.
Yeah. And did that make you feel more relaxed sharing your experience?
Yeah, it made me feel more welcome and like I belonged there and nobody would judge me.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yep, anyone else want to share?
I also, like, when I didn't even know other people went through worse things than me. Like for me, I had to experience both my auntie and uncle both passing away at a very young age, and that pretty much broke my heart. And there's other people who've been through worse stuff like me that it just stuck with me ever since that happened, even to this day.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
It kind of made me feel a little like more comfortable knowing that we have all been through certain stuff and we all felt comfortable sharing it. Mm-hmm. So like just kind of what he said, piggybacking off of him, made me feel like I belonged there.
That's good.
It made my mind open up more, made me think outside the box, that like I'm not the only person that thinks the same, thinks the way I do. It's people that can relate to me, people that probably had going through the same things that I did, or been through the same things that I've been through. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it made me relate to them more. Yeah.
And Davey, I'm gonna hold it on to you. You mentioned something about like the games you guys did. Was there a certain game that you remember that stood out and that really helped you to just like relax in that space?
Our brain circle we had did in I think it was called a trauma bond, or like a trauma circle we did where we opened up and told what we answered questions and told what we've been through. They helped me relate to them more as well.
Thank you. All right, our next question, and you guys talked a lot about this, belonging, a sense of belonging. So making sure everyone feels truly safe and that they matter in a space. Can you guys share a moment in the program where you felt, and you kind of already did, but just think about the program again, where you felt truly safe and heard?
A moment I felt really heard was when we actually got the chance to talk to our district leaders and the people who could actually make changes in our neighborhood and in our schools, and how they were actually listening to what we had to say. We got to speak to each and every one of them before they left, and I feel like they really took what we said to heart and thought about what we said, because I feel like that our opinion matters in our own neighborhood, in our own school, because we're the people that go there and live there.
Yeah.
When we did our healing circle, like kind of what I said, we all shared different stuff and we all felt comfortable sharing it. So, yeah. You have some.
I'm gonna hold on to that healing circle piece right there, if you don't mind, right? What was something? You're like, I'm going. What was something in that healing circle, again, where you felt a sense of belonging? What was something that was done, maybe that was said, you heard, and you said, man, okay, I can feel safe in this space. I can really talk about what I really want to talk about.
Not really nothing said, just like knowing that we all felt comfortable sharing. So like knowing that we all felt comfortable sharing with each other, not like taking it out of our healing circle. So whatever was said in the healing circle, stay in the healing circle.
There you go.
So no.
Yes. So it was a safe space.
Yes.
Yes. So you knew that, like, I can release that here, and it wouldn't go nowhere else.
Right. Yes.
Thank you.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah. You got
Oh yeah, I was gonna say what he said, like knowing that we always being vulnerable with each other and knowing that it hasn't got back to anyone else but us, and people was telling their story and you was telling your story back, and it made us a little closer.
Yeah. Is that hard to do for you guys in your age, to be vulnerable?
Yeah, in this generation, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not really to me, because I don't really care about what people think.
You don't care what people think?
Same what he said, but people are still gonna judge at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, like, I just think, like, I really felt like, oh, like, y'all here to listen to the youth. Like, instead of, like, going on the internet and seeing, like, oh, they want this instead. Like, instead of, like, actually hearing what we actually want, they were face-to-face and actually talking with people that could change our, like, cities.
Yeah.
So, like, doing that, like, it kind of, like, you could see like, people releasing, like, their words out. Mm-hmm. Instead of, like, holding it in, because, you know, sometimes we're probably, like, painting as, like, we're sometimes rude or just, like, very blunt, but, like, we also have feelings and we grew up as in, like, we got to protect ourselves, so I feel like that was, like, really good.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that. And yes, I see that a lot. I see that a lot, and I do see it. I see adults who do say, man, these youth, what is wrong with them, right? Do y'all hear that all the time? What's wrong with these youth? And how did that make y'all feel?
It sometimes makes us feel like we ain't even doing that. Like, y'all didn't even come up and talk to us. Y'all just think, like, as we're facing, like, oh, she's mean. Like, I can't go up to her and talk to her. She might not do this, but really, you just gotta go talk to them and actually make conversations instead of painting as like we're like bad guys or we're just a bad generation. But yeah.
Yeah, building relationships. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like they're trying to like look down on us or belittle us because of the different ages of the world that we've grown up in, and things are different from how they were back then, and the way we go about things is a lot different. So maybe it's like we're not as nice as people, but that's also because the world isn't as nice of a place and there's a lot of things going on, and we might not feel safe in our neighborhood, wherever we're at.
Yeah.
Because ever since Gen Z was pretty much from Gen Z, other generations think they're trying to downplay us because of other Gen Z kids and what they're doing in life. I mean, I know it's not good, but like they're trying to make it seem like all of us are like doing it. And then when they try to, like when they see our faces, they like, what's wrong with that kid? Why is he so angry? But to be honest, that's pretty much just my resting face when I'm just having a discussion.
You got that resting face, he said.
It's kind of crazy you asked this because we talked about this in the training. Just changing the question from what's wrong with you to what happened to you. So like a different perspective. So like, I'm using an example, like saying, walking up to a kid and asking what's wrong with them, they could view it as like a judgmental question, I guess you would say. But acting like what happened to you is more of like coming off as, dang, I really care. So like we talked about it in the training. We talked about that in the training too. So yeah, I don't want to go too far in detail.
Yes.
I'm gonna piggyback off what he said. Yeah, that made me think, deeper too, as well with that, because it's like, without you knowing what's actually wrong with them, you just off the bat think that, oh, they're kids, they can't feel this way, or they kids, they don't have nothing to stress about, but it's actually totally different.
Yeah. Changing the question to what's wrong to you to what happened to you does change a lot. It does. Thanks for sharing that. We're going to transition into identity, mental health, and stigma. And so we talked a lot about that. And so my question is, why is it hard for young people to talk about mental health? And what would make it easier?
I was thinking about this like last night because honestly, I actually do like have a hard time like expressing my feelings because I like to keep it like go through it alone. But I think it's because like, I don't know, like we just go to school and then come back and then just like, oh, I feel like I have nobody to talk to. But I feel like schools should have more conversations about it because instead of like, oh, like we'll have like one assembly throughout the whole year and talk through and have people come in instead of like actually bringing people like to break ice and talk about it. It's hard for like people to, it goes like past your mind to like talk about your feelings and then like it comes to like a breaking point sometimes and then I don't know how to explain it, but
No, you're doing a wonderful job.
Like, yeah.
So you're asking for consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
Yes.
And yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like it might be a little bit harder because it feels like nothing nowadays is really private with everything going on the internet. Almost everybody knows everything about you, and then knowing that how you feel or how you feel deep down could be out there for anybody else that want to read because you shared it with somebody and then they shared it with somebody else, and it just spread around really quick because that's how some stuff happened. But I feel like a lot of people don't feel safe knowing that their business or their personal information can be out there like that for anybody to see.
Same thing what Gabe said, but like it was both the internet and some family members because I told my mom something, I don't know what it was, and then she like next day the whole family gonna know about it.
Yeah. That's her.
I can agree.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What would make it hard? Probably just people being judgmental. So like not willing to share, just knowing that you'll be judged based off of it. What would make it easier? Just less judgmental people.
Yeah.
Adults not being open-minded, just straight being combative, not thinking that the kid that can go through things that you've been through because you're an adult, but they were once a kid too, so they should know how I feel. They should just, they should be more open-minded.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was just talking to, I think it was Chad, it was your father, and then we were talking about just, I couldn't be a kid. It would be hard for me to be a youth in today's society. You guys see so much, and you hold it in. I see it all the time. You hold it in, and you have to continue life. And so when we think about mental health and the identity and stigma around social media, does social media make it harder for you all to really process your own mental health?
Yeah, sometimes, like, I think it's most of the time because we're already, like, everybody judges. Like, it's not a doubt like everybody judges, but putting your business out there like I'm going through something, I feel like people are scared to do that because it's a lot of judgment nowadays. Like everybody has their own opinion. Like opinion doesn't matter to anybody. Like you say this on the internet, you ain't gonna get in trouble. It's just your opinion. Like, but it can like sometimes words can hurt people's feelings. So I like being like, as she said, being open-minded instead of like, I would put like this like a parent, you and a parent going through it, and it's like. You know the parent want the last word. Like, they going to get the last word every time.
By the way, I'm her mother, so this is really, this is healing for me.
So, I feel like...
But no, this is real. I love that.
Yeah, like, I feel like y'all were like, when y'all were growing up, y'all were used to, like, y'all parents having the last word. So, y'all carried that. But where it's in a new generation where everybody has a mouth to speak with how they feel.
Amen. Amen.
So being closed-minded while you're trying to have a conversation with somebody is just like, you ain't gonna get nowhere. So honestly, I just feel like being open-minded to like a lot of things.
Yes. I love it. Again, how does social media affect your mental health? Or make it hard?
I feel like it does a little bit, like looking at all these real lavish lives that people live on social media, even though some of it is fake. Like sometimes you subconsciously compare yourself to like people that are your age, doing so much better than you or having a whole bunch of money or whatever. And it's like a lot of people go through different journeys, so you can't compare yourself to what they go through and what you go through because you guys both went on different paths.
Yep. Yeah.
People are afraid of social media because say you're venting on your Instagram and then somebody's gonna screenshot, then like the next day you're in an argument and then it's getting used against you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you really can't really do anything about it because everybody pretty much knows what you're going through.
Yeah.
I think it could affect our mental health by like just seeing bad influence.
Yeah.
So like being influenced by negative things instead of like positive, because 80% of stuff on social media is negative. In my opinion, that's an opinion.
Yeah.
So like I don't think like, I'm just leave it at that.
Yeah, social media can make it very hard. It's like people are very judgmental on social media. You gotta walk this way, look this way, talk this way. If you're not up to par how these kids want you to be, they're gonna talk about you like bad.
Yeah.
Like they not perfect. They need to have your stuff all the way together right now, but we still got growing up to do.
Yeah. So when you think about that, you mentioned how it can influence you. You see a lot of bad things. 80% of things are bad. I totally agree with you. We glorify the bad things more than the positive things. So how do you as youth self-care? You know, you hear that word a lot, right? Self-care, self-love. How do you pour into yourself when you're overwhelmed by that? Mental health moments, social media, school life, family life. How do you pour into yourself? And I didn't put that question on anything, but yes, I would love to hear that.
I feel like just separating yourself through like social media or technology and just like go out into the world because I would like put this in an example. I know I've been using my phone a lot, like I know, but like I feel like if like you don't know what's going on outside of life, you don't get to really see much things. Mm-hmm. So recently we've been doing that as we've been here in St. Louis, and I just like, look at it, like take pictures of what I see, like, oh, I didn't even know this was here, like, oh my God, so yeah.
Disconnecting.
Yeah, disconnecting.
Yeah, love that.
Whenever I feel like overwhelmed or something for social media, I like to get outside and go do something. Like sometimes I go hang out with my friends, or sometimes I go play sports just to detach myself and be able to enjoy my life that I have right now instead of focus on what other people are doing.
Same with Gabe said, hanging out with my friends, probably playing some 3v3 basketball or football. Just to like go outside for a little minute, just detach myself from the internet, just realize how many friends I really made along my journey.
Kind of what everybody else said, just explore. Like,
Yeah.
create time to do different things instead of staying in the house, I guess.
Yeah.
Personally, what I do, I lock myself in my room and go to sleep. Or, I cook, or I like talk to my friends. I find a way like we can go out to eat or hang out somewhere. Yeah, that helps.
I agree with the sleep. That's my thing, sleep. So you guys said a lot, and you said a lot of important things. And I'm always about moving forward and looking ahead, you know. So as you are thinking about ahead, because a lot of you, this is your last year of high school, and then some of you 2 more years, right? And it goes fast. It goes extremely fast, right? So as we're looking ahead, how do you plan to continue to use your voice about mental health, race, identity in your community? Either your school community, church, whatever community that is for you, how do you plan to continue to use your voice?
By doing a public service announcement.
Yeah, yeah.
I plan to use my voice by working with my student president, and we're trying to help plan stuff that can help our class or our school to make the safer community and make everybody feel more welcome.
Probably just talking to like the school and giving them ideas of like what can like help the youth, like bringing in your company in, or like bringing other non-profit companies and just talking to youth.
Yeah.
Just continuing to do stuff like this. So like doing these type of events and voicing my opinion in different topics.
Advocating for myself more, speaking up on what I think is unfair or wrong. Coming back like after college and all that, when I settle and doing something out here, well, East St. Louis, but yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. And as we end, I want to make some time for the audience to ask questions. But one final reflection, what do you want these adults and leaders in this room today to walk away with?
New personalities of us.
Say it one more time.
New personalities of us.
I want them to leave thinking with an open mind how today is different from when they grew up, how the kids have to grow up in a different environment, that they're going to feel different ways and do different things so they can feel safe in their environment.
Going off of what he said, just be really open-minded about like the children nowadays, because I mean, we're growing up, so yeah, we're going to be in y'all workspaces, so getting to know them before we go into the real world and actually having an open-minded to what everybody has to say.
Kind of what they said, being open-minded and also just supporting when support is needed. So being supportive.
Oh yeah, what he said, support, everybody needs it. Trying not to be so argumentative too.
Yeah. love the honesty up here. And so I just want to, first of all, I'm just smiling ear to ear because I love this conversation. And again, this was really healing for me. You guys, this is a Saturday morning, and I remember when I was a teenager, I would be at home sleep. And you guys are here on a big stage, sharing your story and speaking your truth. And so I want you to know I'm proud of you, and I want you to be proud of yourself because, again, you could have did something different. You could have told us no. So thank you all. Thank you all. And so we have, it looks like 11 minutes for any questions from the audience, and I kind of can see. And so if I'm squinting, I'll try to see if I can see hands. But is there any questions from any audience members? I see one back there. Do you mind? Yeah. Yeah.
They gave us like brain breaks, also like talk, like, I don't know, like we did like trauma dumping, learn more about like how the brain develops, because we're teenagers, so our brain is not developed yet. So getting like brain breaks, games, like like putting in fun little activities, but also being real. So yes.
Speak your truth.
Yeah.
Just understanding, like not just being so. Kind of all go back to being open-minded. So yeah, just understanding.
Yeah, kind of what she said. Like, even though it was like business professionalism, we still found the way. So they still found the way to make us feel comfortable, open up, express ourselves. Like we did different activities like journaling, writing a poem, drawing.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, we did a lot.
Was there like some music too involved sometimes? Some music, yep. All right. Yes, I see your hand.
Is your like company like stepping into different like the like stuff around the city? I'm just
Like,
asking.
are you asking like, are they in like a school partnership?
Yeah, school
Are they
partnerships.
going into school spaces?
School partnerships really help. Having like, I would say like just, schools mostly, because kids in school and also like fun stuff. Kids like fun stuff instead of work, so I feel like that would really help. And yeah.
I feel like maybe going to schools and trying to present what you guys do and how you guys help the community and how you guys can help that school, because I feel like at my school I haven't really seen nothing like that.
Pretty much what she said about school having too much work and barely letting us have any fun. Because at Jennings, we have lots of work and we barely have any, like, little to no fun. And I think, with little less work, kids will be able to enjoy school again.
Kind of what I said earlier, just valuing the youth voice, like not just deciding what's best for them, but actually asking what is best for them and incorporating it.
Good one.
Yeah, like we said. Yeah, schools, please come to my school first because they need it. Yeah, because ours, like not even trying to be funny, but our school is so focused on, like they focus on academics, of course, but sports, that's all they care about.
Yeah,
Mostly.
and also like going off of them, I don't go here, but in Kansas City, I don't think a lot of nonprofits tap in with schools a lot as much as like they used to, like probably like in middle school and elementary school, but at high school you gotta be serious. But at the end of the day, we're still kids and we're growing up, so we want to see more stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, because it's like they leaving us out here to fend for ourselves in high school.
Yeah.
Like we have to.
The only people that come to our school is colleges,
We have to
and that's
confine
not
them
doing nothing.
to ask about this or ask about that. They don't, like at middle school and elementary school, how they explain it, they don't do that now.
And I love you guys say that, because I do see that in elementary. There's a lot more programs that come in, and it's fun and exciting. Middle school, it kind of lowers the number of people who come in. And in high school, you said it's just college preparedness
and
classes.
military, they just ready to snatch some kids up. So I just feel like, no, I'm serious. Like, you could go in the lunchroom, they right there. Like, you want to go in? But honestly, just nonprofits, please tap into like high schools more, because we actually need that. Like, no joke, because we're already going through a lot. So just being open to just think about that.
Love it. All right. I have up in front, yes.
Hey, you all. So I hear you talking a lot about trauma. What do you remember about the program, learning about what leads to trauma in individuals? So when you went through the program, you kind of talked about community trauma and institutions and systems. What do you remember about that conversation?
Look, Caleb's one of our youth teachers. So.
Me personally, I remember a little bit, but it was like 2 years ago. So I just remember us like talking about like our trauma. Like we were sitting in a circle, we were talking about it, and I just felt like everybody's shoulder just like lifts, because it was like, before it was like whatever stays, like what he said, whatever stays in trauma circle is gonna stay there. So, yeah, we learned a lot about the brain and how like our like fight. It was like fight or flight.
Fight, flight, freeze.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that. We learned stuff about that, and that just like made like my perspective like, oh, like this is why some people act like that, because it's like they weren't actually born into acting like that. They were like raised into acting like that. So my perspective just like really changed there.
That's good.
I'm pretty sure it was like a shocking experience that triggers your fight, flight, or freeze in your brain. Every time that experience might happen again, it might also trigger that same effect, cause you to keep doing that same thing unless you talk to somebody and express how that made you feel, so you can actually move past that. So instead of like every time you see a dog, you just run because you're scared of dogs, and a dog chase you once, you can actually like learn that not all dogs are like that.
I feel like what triggers my fight, flight, or freeze is kind of like, it's kind of like a quick time event. If anyone of y'all get that.
Yeah.
Like, did you want examples? Okay, all right. Right.
Yep.
Just like how it affects the community. So like gun violence.
Yep.
In a certain community, gun violence would be like, it would be, I don't know. I gotta think about it.
You getting on it. You got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say his answer, like gun violence. Yeah, like people may think that it don't affect you because like you didn't know the person or you weren't close to her. It actually can, because like they was my age. Public trauma, yeah, like systems. Police don't be coming fast enough. They don't want to come to certain areas. They act like they don't care. Yeah, like that.
And also like going into like gun violence and stuff, I feel like people like, I don't know how to put it, is like an example, like say like you're going past us like a town, you're like, I'm not going in there because they do this. And some companies like, we're not going there because they're troubled kids or that, this, that, and the third, but they really never went to go see the kids. Mm-hmm. So trauma goes from there, like, oh, we never had this growing up, and you go to another school, like say like going to a basketball game, you're traveling, you're going to a different school, you'd be like, oh, they got this in their school, they got this, where's our stuff? Like, I just feel like a lot of things don't contribute like equality. Like everybody don't get the same experience.
Yeah.
So that triggers, well, not triggers, but like it goes off of people's like experiences.
Yeah. That's good. I see, is it pink shirt on? Yep.
Now we're using technology, so I would advise you to post on social media more, or like get people, I would say like team up with other nonprofits, like get people to collab with you and like post like, or have like fundraisers and stuff, like we're gonna have fun activities this weekend, pop out, like come on guys, like just have things like that.
When you say like technology, do you, what are the trends around technology? Do you want us to be trendy in the youth aspect? Because I'm just really curious, because you say post.
Yes, I feel like please do not be corny with your posts. I sometimes see people like going on Instagram, they be like, come on, like just stuff like that. Like, but yeah. I feel like y'all are actually like taking the social media and actually like posting things that we'll probably like.
Yeah.
So that's good. And also we don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna pass the mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Yeah.
Try to make a viral video.
I think
Like, I'm sorry, you can go.
I think that incorporating more teens like into your guys' social media, help you guys run the social media, try to get other teens involved because they know what other teens are like or what other children are like. Yeah. And I feel like having somebody on the inside to know how they feel really help you expand.
Same thing what he said, but like try to be like relatable to teenagers because that's kind of like a way to get your video to go viral. Mm. And that's also you can also try to get that viral video to like start a fundraiser or something.
Mm. Kind of what they said, promoting, but also explaining like the importance of our voice being heard. So yeah.
Yeah, what they said, like sharing your experiences might help and will influence other people to be like, oh yeah, I do this, or I want to do this because I go through this, and yeah, sharing your experiences.
And also, I feel like teams and y'all like companies will also really help because we can help spread word about your companies. I feel like getting involved with that, and also like just being yourself, being true. Don't lie to the people and try to get them to come in because that's going to be like. Oh, why would I come in here if we're not even gonna? It really helps. So put on what you actually trying to do, but also be fun with it. Yeah, that's it.
And that is time for us. Man, can we give them a big round of applause? You guys did an amazing job. And on the app is our website. If you want to learn more about our Youth Ambassador program, we are excited to hopefully get this moving and going again soon, and just all the other stuff we're doing in our community. And so thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your conference. Thank you, guys. Yeah.